911 operators are asking for help from cell phone users to cut down on the number of calls to 911 by mistake. Some months at the Brown County 911 Center, as many as 20% or 1 in 5 of the emergency calls are pocket dials. Kids playing with cell phones are just wrong numbers.
Hello, Brown County 911. If you can hear me, press the button.
All of the calls have to be followed up, impacting real calls for help and those responding.
Well, that's a lot of time, and it's a lot of calls that are coming in here and diverting resources not only within the center, but within the agencies that we're serving.
Cell phone manufacturers are working to reduce the missed dials.
We're seeing new technologies in the handsets. Screen lock is a really good feature for being able to prevent accidentally dialing 911.
Kathy Whitbeck from Cellcom says other features by the manufacturers built into the handsets allow people to double check to make sure 911 is the call you want to make.
Some of the older handsets actually used to have a single button. If you hit the button, you'd accidentally dial 911.
Cellular providers work with Brown County 911 operators to pinpoint where the more than 5,000 emergency calls by cell phone are coming from each month.
You can help them track that phone.
Absolutely. We have a process in place with law enforcement for exigent circumstance. That's any kind of life-threatening emergency where we may need to locate a phone quickly.
The Federal Communications Commission requires wireless carriers to determine and transmit the location of callers who dial 911. Phase 1 identifies the location of the receiving antenna. Phase 2 pinpoints the location of the cell phone. It's not exact, but the FCC requires the location to be within 50 meters 67% of the time, and within 150 meters 90% of the time. And with today's phones, it doesn't even matter if the cell phone user has the global positioning system turned on.
The newer phones with GPS will actually activate as part of the 911 process.
They will?
Yes. So independent of what your phone is, whether you have locate on or on your phone or not at the time, there are other things that will help us locate that phone.
To test it out, I called 911 from the Brown County 911 Center located on Curry Lane in Green Bay. Supervisor Bill McGlynn showed the call first originating 0.7 miles to the north at the Cellcom Tower, and then under Phase 2, the call was placed a third of a mile to the south, or 530 meters away, well beyond the 150 meters required 90% of the time.
Why would that be? Any idea?
And this was a Cellcom phone?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to look at that. I don't know.
Cellcom and the other cellular phone providers routinely test the accuracy of the system. Newer 4G service and the latest technology continue to help zero in on where the caller is located.
Is it possible to do better than what the minimum is recommended?
Oh, absolutely. We routinely do better than the minimum. We just tested over on a tower in the Oneida area. I believe we were within 9 feet.
The FCC is looking to make that type of accuracy the norm. Cellular providers have until 2019 to meet more stringent tracking requirements, all in an effort to improve public safety.